Okay, so this one is very difficult to understand, right? But again, I'll try to explain it. Basically, there is a hidden cost of making decisions, right? The easiest way I can explain it to you is, well, again, like, I mean, this is kind of like League of Legends channel, of me pooping on League of Legends 24/7. So I'll give you an example, right? So, what is the cost of playing League for 2 years? Now you will say, okay, the cost is time, right? But you have to understand that there is also opportunity cost. So the opportunity to play, well, I'm trying to not to confuse you because I got confused by this. Okay, so to play League, right, for 2 years, that's option 1. That is option 1. Option 2 is to go get a job, right? Whatever, let's say it's minimum wage, 42,000. In Ireland, Dublin, 42,000 is about minimum wage. Euros. Well, we're probably on 36. If you're unskilled, 36k. Or let's say option, well, let's stick to 2, okay? So now, if you choose an option 1, you can no longer choose option 2. Does that make sense? Because you cannot clone yourself and do 2 at the same time. So doing 1 means you are losing ability to do option 2, and that's called opportunity cost. So when you are deciding whether you take a certain course of action, right, think about, okay, I can invest in, well, let's do, I like tables, so I will, I'm obsessed with tables, honestly, because they visually make it easy to see everything in blocks. Okay, so let's say option 1, buy crypto. Right, let's say, I don't know, 1,000 euro. Option 2, buy S&P 500. 1k euro. Now, you only have 1k euro, like assuming you have 1k euro, if you buy crypto, you can no longer buy S&P. Does that make sense? Now, let's say in 3 years, crypto collapsed, inevitably, because it's not an investment, right? And you lost all your money. Now, in your head, you're gonna say, "Oh, I lost 100k. Oh, I lost 1,000 euro," right? But that's wrong, right? It's not 100 euro you lost, because S&P would have guaranteed you around, what? Let's go pessimistic, and let's say normally it does about 11, but let's go for 10%. Right? I need to compound. 1 second. Okay, so I compounded, so this is what your 3-year return. So you would have gotten an extra 331 euro. Right? So your total loss is not 1k, but actually this much euros. Do you understand? This is why taking risky investment and then losing all of your money 10 years later is disgustingly bad, because with S&P in 10 years you're gonna more than double your money, right? So let's even look at, okay, so let's say how many years do we need? We need to, well, how many years to double your money? So you're gonna double approximately 7 years. Do you understand? Like, so if 10 years all of your money vanishes, you are literally down double the amount. This is why it's so expensive to make bad investment decisions, because of opportunity cost. Right? Again, there was a dude on YouTube, he was trying drop shipping. Yeah. So he spent 6 months doing drop shipping, and he netted minus 650 USD, I think, right? After 6 months. But he was like, yeah, you know, like I kind of broke even, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Number one, you lost a lot of money. Well, he was down 650. Now, if you were to work those 6 months, how much you would have made? 12,000. Okay, so you have to add 12,000 to 650, so you are down actually 13,000. Does that make sense? You have to look at all other options and factor them in that didn't happen as a result of you doing something. I know it's confusing AF, but in simple terms, just think always about... The best way probably would be to write down your options in a table so you can visually see them, right? So let's say option 1, let's do play league for 8 years, okay? For 8 years. What's your above? So that's gonna be our option, that's gonna be our payoff. I like to do this thing, it's just my thing. Okay, payoff, well, you'll definitely get to Grandmaster level. Grandmaster, right? Option 2, finish college in STEM profession, plus get a career. So STEM professions, they are... I learned it today, very cool. Thanks to Dota MOBA Union Ru. So he introduced this term. Very, very cool. So STEM professions are, one second. Yeah, so they're like science, technology, engineering, maths. I would also add medical professions into it, like being a doctor, you know, stuff like that. It's very rewarding. Not only do you get paid a lot, you also feel good about yourself because you're really making the world a better place. Right, so by the 4th year, you'll be probably doing 75k, if not 80k. Probably, well, for sure, probably 75k. Well, let's go pessimistic. I don't know. Let's do 65k. I highly doubt. Let's see. Okay, let's do 65k. Just super. Well, let's do 65 to 85. Okay. And plus, because in the 5th year it will get better. Your skill is gonna. Your options are gonna increase, right? Because you have to remember, like you'll be grinding what, like 10 hours per day. If you do that 10 hours per day. 10 hours per day. One sec.